DaRealP, baby.
Shout outs to the gang, salutes to the squad. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, everybody that's in the building. Hold on, let me make sure I get all right, I got that straight. Everybody in the building, appreciate y'all for pulling up. Drop your location. That's what we talking about today. Shout outs to the squad, salutes to the gang. And before we get this started, y'all know. Look, we came for the main event. I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't catch the full event. I got there during Cash Flow, Rizzy, and Zan. I have to say that Zan was in there barking. But first of all, both these ladies was doing their thing. Shout outs to Cash Flow, Rizzy, and Zan. I feel like they both put on. I like Zan material. If I had to say someone won the battle, it's like a 2-1 either way. I'm probably leaning towards Cash Flow Rizzy, to be honest with you, but I did like Zan material more. She just wasn't as clean, but she was barring. Man, that was a good battle. So shout outs to Zan, Cash Flow Rizzy. Super good battle. Make sure y'all check that out on the VOD or however y'all see it. Kaboom and Riggs was not necessarily a good battle. This was just a battle of levels. Um, Riggs 3-0, man. You know, Kaboom had a couple little moments here. You know, Kaboom get a couple little witty joints here, there. But for the most part, it was just Riggs 3-0, man. Kaboom was kind of not really finding a pocket, not really finding, you know what I mean? Like he just didn't have it. You know what I mean? So Riggs 3-0 on that one. Enes and Clone, I like this battle. I'm probably leaning towards Clone. Um just because, you know what I mean, just the material. I'm just leaning towards Clone. I feel like Enes was good. I think Enes, he raps through his material and he gets through his material so fast that it makes his round seem short, or they are. I don't know, but like, you know, I got Clone in that battle. Mike P versus Loso did not happen. I believe Mike P said he was sick or something like that. I'm not sure, but we know Mike P out here winning Call of Duty championships and things like that. So maybe he putting the battle rap on the background or something like that. Maybe he not really feeling battle rap right now at this moment. And I mean, look, that's his call to make. You feel me? But this is where the night gets good. Bad News versus Bill Collector. Anticipate, this is a battle I want to see. I want to see Bad News, Bill Collector. I want to see Mike P. Loso. Mike P. Loso got canceled. We still got Bill Collector and Bad News. And let me just say one thing. Bill Collector been Bill Collector. See, that's what I had to say. I had to put a tweet up because I was in real time on Twitter while watching the battles, and I saw people, you know, tweeting things about Riggs. I'm like, look, let's not do this. Riggs been fired. Riggs been fired. Let's not act like drop your location card easy to block captain through on December 16th is when we found out that Riggs was fired. That's not when we found out Riggs was fired. Riggs been fired, man. So like, you feel me? It is what it is. But at the same time, Bad News and Bill Collective was to me a good battle. I see a lot of people got Bill Collective 3-0. Um Bill Collector definitely was rap. He definitely was doing his thing. You know what I mean? It was one of the better Bill Collectors that I seen. Um, I would say that Bill Collector did show levels in this battle, and I felt like Bad News was keeping up for the most part. I feel like the only thing I have to say, you know what I mean, for Bad News is he probably want to keep going sometimes. Like sometimes he stop, you know what I mean, while he rapping or whatever, and you just might want to keep going, you know what I mean, like, and that not finishing your bars at the end of your not finishing the punch at the end of your line is kind of, that's getting a little, like, it's cool if you do it a little bit, you know what I mean? Like just for dramatic flair. For the most part, that's really not, it's not really working and he's overdoing it, overusing it, you know what I'm saying? And I know it's something that's organic to him. I don't really think it's something that he trying. I know cause Surf do it. We got a couple other, about the Cuban do it. You know, we got a couple other battle rappers that do it. So you might think he's copying or whatever, and I don't think either of them are copying nobody. Like, so I wouldn't say that he's not, or it's not organic to him, but he's overdoing it. So that could be looked at and can be received the wrong way. You feel me? But for the most part, I did have Bill Collector winning this battle 2-1. I have to rewatch that battle over. I really want to rewatch Bill Collector and Bad News battle over. I just want to, you know what I mean, just to, you know, like with that, the gas in the building was Philly based gas. This was definitely Philly based gas. So, you know what I mean, whoever was representing trenches, whoever was representing Philly was definitely gonna get the more reaction in the building, you know what I mean? And even as a person that don't I don't go off a reaction. It can still kind of short, you know what I mean? You can still it can mess your brain up in a way to where you will be like, oh, that bar wasn't that fire to me. Why did they react that way? So now you're thinking about why they reacted that way, and you didn't necessarily catch the bar in the beginning. No, didn't catch the bar in the moment. And when you think about that, now you're taking away from some brain power that could be really listening and dissecting the bars that's coming. You know what I mean? The bars that's being spit. You feel me? So at the same time, we gotta be real with the gas shit. So I do want to watch that battle over. I do feel like Bill Collector won the battle for sure. I'm 3-0 just seems a little crazy. So I'll watch it back, let y'all know what I think on the watch back. But it's a baby weekend. This is my kid week. I had the kids this weekend. That's why this recap is coming a little later. But let's get to the main event. Eazy the Block Captain versus John the Don. Look, now this battle was already anticipated. It's anticipated for a number of reasons. It's anticipated because of the Cody implications that Eazy are a part of. It's because of the Geechee battle. You know what I mean? Because of the loss that Eazy just suffered with the Geechee battle. So of course we looking to see how he bounced back from that. Then we know the top tier diss that Eazy did. John was one of the names that he put in the diss. John was one of the people that responded. Let's get into this first round. First round was close, to be honest. In my opinion, the first round was close. That's a debatable round. To me, in the battle, this is the only round to debate. This is the only round to debate. And if I want to be honest, it was like material wise, they was even as far as material, right? Like I liked a lot of what Eazy the Block Captain went first. I like a lot of what he's had to say. I like how he came out and addressed things. The only thing that I didn't like about Eazy first, to me, he wasn't direct enough. Now, and with that being said, John the Don's first round was definitely more direct. His round was more tailored. It was straight for Eazy. He couldn't use that round for nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And that was the deciding factor to me on who I gave, you know what I mean, this round to. I feel like the material wise, they both was even. You know what I mean? You could argue either one for material, but the thing that put John the Don over the top was the fact that John the Don was more direct. He was speaking more personal to Eazy the Block Captain than Eazy was to him. So that first round, I got it edging John the Don. Now we got to keep it real in these predictions, guys. I see a lot of shit on Twitter. People ain't really keeping it real. Alright, so when y'all need for somebody to keep it real, just come to the real. I'm right here. You feel me? We gonna keep it real. Second round, crazy round from Eazy. This to me was the best round of the battle. I feel like the second round was the best round of the battle from Eazy the Block Captain. He had bars, he had crazy moments. Everything was hitting. It was one of those. It was one of the better bars of the month, and we know the bars. I mean, it was one of the better rounds of the month, and we know what type of month we've had as far as rounds. We've got E Heart like crazy. We got that E Heart crazy second round. We got that Miss Hustle crazy first round. Like we got rounds this month that was crazy. This was one of them to me. Eazy the Block Captain showed up. By the end of Eazy second, I ain't gonna hold you. I was really like, I don't think it's nothing John can do. I don't think it's nothing John can do to take this second round as I'm hearing it, because it's one of the, like, as a battle rap fan, if you've been in this culture long enough, when you get a quarter 30% of the way through a round, you know what, as long as a nigga don't choke slip, you know what it's gonna be. This the round where he blacked out. When he was writing, This the round he blacked out. And to him, he probably don't think he blacked out. It probably was the round he wrote the quickest. It probably was the round that he thought was the simplest. All that. But this was the round that he had to black out. It was a little gas. It was Philly gas, like I stated earlier, previously. But I do think the gas was warranted. You know what I mean? In the second round, Eazy second round was getting reaction every time he said something. But everything he said in the second round was hella potent. He was definitely more direct. He still wasn't direct enough. I wish he would have been more direct than he was, but he still was more direct than that first round. He definitely was more direct for that first round. And that was Easy best round. Um and John the Don second round, I feel like I don't know if John switched his rounds. You know what I mean? Because I felt like John's second round was his worst round. You know what I mean? And it was alright. He started off alright, and he just kind of the second round just really wasn't it for John. That easy call out though, that nasty easy call out when John said whatever he said and Easy like what up Rim, that was cringy. That was cringy, Easy. You gotta have more poise, man. You be doing it right until it come time for certain things. You gotta have more poise, big dog. That was cringy, but nonetheless, Easy the Block Captain took that second round. That second round was not debatable in my opinion. The first round was I edged John the Don. Second round, Easy clear. Third round, John the Don clear. Um and even though the crowd really wasn't trying to rock with John the Don, he still took that round to me pretty clearly. Again, Easy third round. He's a little choppy. I'm not gonna look. We gotta give some grace and finesse sometimes, and so you gotta pay attention to when people are being. If it's crowd reaction, if it's certain things, you gotta allow the person to be able to hold, or the person to be like, wait, and or say it again, say like the first word 30 times, like you know what I mean, how they start, you gotta allow that sometimes, you feel me, just for that. But like nobody's really choking and like forgetting their material. That's different. But he was a little choppy, not too much, a little choppy. His material to me, like his third round material probably was, I don't know, I think his third round was his worst round, you know what I mean? And John just drove it home. You know what I mean? In that third round, John just drove it home. He really did what he needed to do to get the third round. I'm calling this battle 2-1 John the Don. I watched this battle 3 times now. Mind you, I got the kids. So I really can't do nothing. So I watched the battle. I watched it again. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to make a video. Let me watch it again just to make sure I got everything that I need to say what I need to say and say it with my chest. And that's exactly what I did. Salutes to John the Don and Bullpen. Because as a whole, matchup wise, they took the night. They won the battle. You know, it was Bullpen versus Trenches. We ain't going to act like, I know it's drop your location. But it was really Bullpen versus Trenches. You know what I mean? And Bullpen walked away with the majority of the wins. You know what I mean? Um, Bill Collector won for the Philly side, but I'm Clone one for the bullpen side. Riggs one for the bullpen side. I don't even know what side Zan and Cashflow Rizzy was, but that's a either way to me. So you can get both sides a point if you want to, but to me it sounds like, you know what I mean. And I didn't see Jay Moore versus Bonus. I didn't, you know what I mean? So I didn't see that. I heard that was a good battle too. I seen it all over Twitter. People was talking about it. So I need to catch that. I need to run that VOD. But other than that, man, salute to the squad. We'll be back when there's something to talk about.